That is
They was on sale for $1.99.
They ain't mess with this. They ain't mess with the salt and vinegar out there in Ohio. They keep them on the shelf.
Right.
They have to lower the price. Like, oh, you get these out the door. Let's lower the price on
Yeah.
these.
Man, we got a lot to talk about today, man. Chris, you came at the right time. Perfect time.
Man.
Let's do it.
We got a lot. Yeah, man.
But we're gonna get to it. We're gonna get to it in a second.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Hey, before we go live, hey, Chris, did you think that Michael B. Jordan deserved the Best Actor? Nah, but I'm glad he got it though. It was a good performance or a great performance? It was a good performance or a great performance? I didn't even watch the whole movie. I'm gonna be real, bro. I'm gonna give it real. I ain't watch the whole movie. Hey, I'm glad he got it though. No. Don't forget to clock in, like, comment, subscribe, hit that notification bell. Here we go.
Great Pharaoh, the gift of Troy is a fabulous fabric from the land of the 5 rivers.
Years ago, when we came to Los Angeles, I really believed that the greatness of the Raiders would be in its future.
We back for another edition of Around the Shield, man. We got a special guest in the building, man. We got Protect the Shield podcast, Chris, in the building, man. What's going on, man? Long time no see.
Hey, I'm good.
Hey, it's been a minute.
Oh yeah, man.
Get a collab like this, man. I know you do the Raider War Room with Severe and my guy Real Talk Raider Nation, man. Hey, look, at the end of the day, man, we got a lot to talk about today. Look, I just want to get into the conversation. We appreciate everybody pulling up.
Get the conversation. Let's do it. Let's do it.
I know everybody's all like, finally, we get to hear the intro. Hey, man. Hey, look, we're still getting a new intro. I'm just letting y'all know it's still coming. But you know, I'm glad y'all able to get some music before the show starts, man. We appreciate everybody pulling up. Make sure to clock in, hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, hit that notification bell. Not yet. Not yet. Max got traded. It's looking like it's a done deal. but I think we're gonna get into that Maxx Crosby conversation. I think everything is on the table. Everything on the table. And I'm gonna get into that in just a second, man. What's good? What's good? Let's go. Borbin in the building, man. Appreciate you pulling up. Brim in the building, man. Was good. I know, man. It's finally back. finally. TK.
Oh, so what happened? You ain't do the music for a while?
It was muted.
You just brought it back?
So it was muted for a while. It was muted.
Oh, okay. Okay.
But the thing is that like it was muted, but we're still working on an intro behind the scenes, and it's gonna come.
I'm about to say both y'all's intros fire, bro.
Appreciate it.
God, man.
Especially Severe with all that Tay and JJ. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
I like it. I like it,
bro. It's getting about
I like
it, bro.
Keep it as is, bro.
That intro with Fernando. We'll see, man. We'll see.
Oh hell no. Well, ain't never.
I know Severe ain't gonna do it.
First of all, we ain't playing no player that's not even the Raider yet. He's not even a Raider yet. Look, it's gonna happen. We're gonna trade back and y'all gonna have an aneurysm. Oh my God, what are you doing? He ain't even here yet.
Ain't even here.
Salute. Hugh Jack City says same old Raider drama. Good team just make the blockbuster traded. Rip the Band-Aid off. Mac drama, Carr drama, Cooper drama. I do not trust the Raiders front office. We all know Max is getting gone. We'll see. What would a Philly draft package look like? I don't want to.
Not good,
Eagles, bro. I just feel like the Eagles. Harry Roseman got some up his sleeve. I just don't trust him. So let's not trade with the Eagles. And to be honest with you, I don't even like their trade package. I'm sure. What do the Eagles have this year? They're probably gonna finish with a top record or a good record next season, most likely.
But hey, you got to remember, man, we got a lot of his right hand man in our building, man. My man Brandon Hunt. So he ain't gonna let nobody just play us. He didn't seen it work in the war room. So we'll see.
And we gotta give Spytek credit, man. We gotta give him some credit.
Not yet, bro.
Not yet.
Pull off this Maxx trade. Pull off this Maxx trade. We can talk.
Not yet. But what I will say, I guess let's get into it. Maxx Crosby has been the topic of conversation for the last, since the season ended. Since he was told that he to rest up, to get the surgery, and Raiders shut him down. Everybody's been speculating. And if you want to be really honest, if you've been paying attention to the 50-50 show Around the Shield, we've been having this conversation the entire season before the trade deadline last season. And that, like, we seen where the season was going. We looked at the reality of Pete Carroll as a head coach. It's not working out. We looked at the reality of another head coach that Maxx Crosby most likely is going to play under the following season. We looked at the reality that the Raiders are probably headed towards a rebuild. And we were like, you know what? It makes sense for a Maxx Crosby trade because the Raiders have a lot of holes on this roster. And as good as Max is as a player, a great player, the Raiders ain't good with him.
Yep.
And that's not his fault. I'm not blaming Max. That's the Raiders' fault. Max has been with the Raiders for 7 years now? And they failed to put together a top defense? They failed to build around him? That's not Maxx Crosby's fault. That's the Raiders front office, coaching, whatever you want to. The decision makers in Las Vegas, they haven't got the job done. And time has passed. And now the Raiders have to make a logical decision. And we talked about the timeline for Max, and the Raiders just don't match up. So would you rather keep a player until you can't really get the value that you could have got if you traded him before he's gotten a year older, he's headed in his 30s? What happens if he gets hurt? We've talked about all of this, and we were called haters and all this type of stuff, right? you know this well, Severe. you know this conversation well, and I want to talk to Chris about it too, because I don't know how Chris feels about it. I know
I'm the resident hater with everything, but everything I say it just seems to come true though. I'm always hating, but I'm damn near always right. Ain't that a coincidence?
Yeah. Now, the reason why I asked Chris, man, whatever your thoughts been with Maxx Crosby being a Raider and staying with the team? Do you feel like it makes sense to trade him? Let's start with you, Chris, because I want to hear your thoughts on this.
Yeah, absolutely. And again, I love Maxx. You know, I would never. You know, again, we're starting to see a lot of the Maxx Crosby smear campaign. Like now, all of a sudden, he's not a true Raider. Now, all of a sudden, he's a diva. All this. I'm not going that route. I love Maxx. Always will love Maxx. I love the way he approaches the game. Mentality. I wish we had 22 Maxx Crosbys on our team. Mm-hmm. However, you know, the name of my brand is Protect the Shield, so I got to put the shield first.
Yep.
And again, you know, Max's value is never going to be higher than it is right now. And you know, I always believe in, you know, Bill Walsh's way of building a dynasty. Man, it's better to, you know, trade someone a year early than a year late. So that's kind of where I'm at. And plus, I think Maxx deserves an opportunity to play in some meaningful games in January and February. I mean, he deserves that. You know, it's okay. He could still be a Raider to, you know, through and through. You know, but at the end of the day, you know, we did not help Maxx at all.
No.
You know, so my thing is if we can get 2 first-round draft picks for Maxx and help our future, we got to do it. And I think it could be a win-win for both parties.
Yeah, I agree. And what you and I agree. There's nothing against Maxx. This is nothing personal. This is more about you're looking at it from the best interest of the Raiders. All right. At the end of the day, it's a business. Players are going to make the best interest for themselves. They're going to try to get the best contract, the best deal, as they should. And as fans, we want to see a good product on that football field, right? And in order for that to happen, we got to get the best players on the team. But also, we understand that, hey, if you have to trade some players before you have to trade them in order to get the best value. And that's the case with Maxx Crosby, and that's what we're talking about here. You mentioned a trade package of 2 first-round picks. I agree. It has to be the right deal.
Gotta be.
It has to be the right deal. I don't want the Raiders to trade Maxx for just anything, just to trade him. And that's what I was alluding to when the show started, is that there is a scenario where Maxx could stay a Raider, but end up getting more money. End up getting more, guaranteed money. Do you see that, Chris, happening? Do you see that as a possibility, as an option? Because if no one's, let's say, if no one's offering those 2 first-round picks, let's say, because, you know, one of those teams, the Rams, had 2 first-round picks. They end up trading that other first-round pick to get Trent McDuffie from the Chiefs, which is very interesting because they kind of got a haul of picks, which you can possibly make a case and say that helped the Raiders. That helped the Raiders because Trent McDuffie, as a greater player as he is, he's all pro, but Maxx is also a great player in his own right. So now, like, the Raiders can use that as a measuring, you know, they can use that and compare like, hey, look, Maxx is a great player. Trent McDuffie just got traded for a first-round pick and a haul of picks. He's definitely worth 2 first-round picks. So they might end up getting that deal. But let's just say all these teams are like, nah, he's 29, got a bum knee, or he's recovering from an injury, he's been hurt, yada yada yada, and they offer maybe 1 first-round pick, or, you know, they start throwing out deals like that. Is the trump card for Spike Tech being like, okay, we'll just keep Maxx and we'll just give him more guaranteed and try to fix that situation that way? Do you think that's a good idea? Chris, you still with us?
Went up.
I think we lost Chris. You still there? All right.
Hold up, I hear you now. Am I good?
Yeah, you good.
Yeah, you good.
Yeah.
Okay, my bad. You broke
He went out again.
Went out again.
Broke up, so I couldn't hear the end of your question.
No, I was just pretty much what I was saying is that if some of these teams are only offering, let's say, 1 first-round pick, or the, can you hear me?
Yo. Yeah, I hear you now. It's kind of fuzzy. I don't know. Is it on my end?
Yeah, I think so. Yeah.
Yeah, I think.
God damn, I got this Pete Carroll Wi-Fi, bro. Okay, I think I'm good now.
All right. No, I was just saying, what happens if some of these teams offer a deal that
Just 1 first round?
just 1 first-round pick or some weak deal? Do you think it makes sense for Spytech to be like, all right, we're just gonna keep Maxx, and we're just gonna try to fix that situation, maybe offer him a little more guaranteed money, whatever the case may be? Do you think that's a good idea?
Honestly, I think we got to get rid of Maxx, honestly. But the thing is, if we if I find out that we mess around and fumble and only get 1 first round pick over him, I'm gonna be pissed off at Spytech, knowing that there was 2 first rounds already on the table. You know, you can't be playing around like that. Like, I understand you want to play hardball and stuff like that, but you can't be to the point where other teams is calling you. I mean, honestly, the Bills may have just called our bluff and say, okay, y'all don't want to play, all right, we're going elsewhere. And I don't want the Cowboys to do that, or the Bears or whatever. Now, granted, yeah, of course we don't want to give up Maxx for nothing, but I mean, at the end of the day, if we mess around and fumble the bag and only get one first round pick for Maxx, I will be pissed off, and that's completely on Spytech. He can't scapegoat that to anybody else. That's on him.
Yeah, of course. But what I'm saying is, Spytech could easily be like, okay, if you're offering me just this to trade package, then he should have that option where, and I think that's why the Raiders haven't come out and said we're trading Maxx, and that's why Maxx hasn't come out and said demanding a trade. It's because they're being open to a possibility where Maxx comes back.
And that, to me, that's even worse, because right now it's like his contract is somewhat team friendly. So imagine if he re-signs. I mean, I can only imagine what that cap hit's going to be like. And again, like you said, Maxx has been with us for 7 years. Only 1 year have we been better than 24th in the league in defense. Yep. I think it was like one random year we were like 7th or 9th or something like that. But every other year he's been on our team. Yeah, every year he's been on our team. We've been 24th or worse. Bro, that I love Maxx to death, man, but that doesn't from a team standpoint, that doesn't scream promotion, more money for me. And again, I love Maxx to death. If it was at the point where we were really, about to become a playoff team or really fight, I honestly think even with Maxx next year, 6-11 is our ceiling. That's just where I'm at. So it just makes no sense to me.
Yeah, not facts. But I mean, it like the Raiders have played it pretty well. Where I've been saying for a long time, the Raiders were kind of posturing to trade Maxx, and then now it's starting to come to fruition, right? Like how we, like, thank you, hey, for sure.
This is my favorite scenario, by the way. But go ahead, Samir.
Yeah, that's low key. But I want a first next year too, though. That's the only thing. I want a first. I want an extra first next year.
Me too.
But 2 firsts this draft class, because it's ideal this year if you want to draft Fernando Mendoza, which I don't, so that's like a 2 first this year is good if you want to draft Fernando Mendoza, but I don't want to draft Fernando Mendoza. I want to trade back. But that's a story for another day. But like, once we've already been speculating for a long, we've been talking about this since during the season about whether we or not we should trade Maxx. And then, Spytech had his end of the year pressure, and he was asked the question about Maxx Crosby, and he kind of hedged a little bit, right? He low-key deflected a little bit. And then all the rumblings around it, and I've been saying forever, we need to just completely hit the reset button, start all the way over. And if we can get some assets for a guy like Maxx, it's always better to trade a guy early than late. But the Raiders have played it smart because I used to work in sales, and now I work in like I have to negotiate contracts, I have to negotiate salaries. One thing you learn is that you will never win a negotiation you're not willing to walk away from. You'll never win a negotiation you're not willing to walk away from.
That's negotiation 101. That's negotiation 101.
Exactly. So, you know, like, so you have to be in a position where, okay, I'm you for sure have to project strength and project. I'm completely fine with Maxx Crosby being a part of this team. I would love to keep him here. You have to. The onus is on you to offer me something that moves me off of that spot, and it shouldn't be the other way around, right? Because that's when you lose the high ground in negotiations. Is when you look like you're trying to offload somebody. Right now, we're just, hey, we're taking calls, right? Well, everything we've been hearing is that the Raiders aren't actively calling teams. We're taking calls. We're fielding the calls and saying, okay, who's giving me the best? Now, what you don't want to do, like, you don't want to play hard to get so much so that you can't be gotten, right? Like, you don't want to put yourself in that situation, but you also don't want to, like, look desperate. So it's a fine line you have to walk.
No, facts, 100%. But I know you, and I agree with that, and that's what I was trying to imply to Chris about being able to have that ability to walk away if they're not offering the right deal. And in this case, what walking away looks like is keeping Maxx Crosby.
Yeah,
and they have to have that ability. And that's and the way the Raiders have handled the whole situation, they haven't come out and said anything. They've all said the right things, and Max hasn't really said anything either. But he hasn't really, like we talked about earlier on 50/50 show, on that podcast appearance, when someone asked him straight up, "Hey, are you a Raider for life?" and just didn't answer the question. You know what I mean?
Exactly.
Sidestep that question.
He's like, I love my friends.
Yeah.
Like, what?
I love life. You know what I mean? It's it's crazy. You know, he's not gonna come out and say it, but that being said, there are some recent report that looks like Max is on his way out, possibly. You know, we got the Bears being a team right now that's in on trading for him. But prior to the Bears, it was the Cowboys. I guess since what was it, Trey Wingo that reported this? It was a few guys reported.
Yes, Trey. Yeah.
Albert Breer's talking about the Raiders trading Maxx Crosby as good as done, and he feels pretty good about it. But until someone signs on the dotted line, man, we don't know. But it just sounds like Max is on his way out. And if that's the case, we're all in agreement that we're hoping for 2 first-round picks. But to me, the reason why I think that Maxx Crosby, that Cowboys deal is good, is because it's going to come with a top 15 pick. You're getting a top 15 pick, and then you're getting a later round first-round pick, which is good because someone might drop. You might be able to get one of the best guys that might have been available in the second, but you got them later in the first. I'm cool with that. Either way, you're getting talent. You're getting talent. I know you said the following year first round pick. Well, the thing is, you don't know where that's going to fall under. I mean, you could make a case and say next year's draft is going to have more quarterbacks going in the first round, which means that there's probably going to be more top talent dropping.
Yeah, I want one of them guys.
Yeah, I'm about to say, and generational talent. Like even if we don't get a quarter, like I've already accepted we're getting Mendoza. But if we can have 2 first-round picks and have the opportunity to get Jeremiah Smith, that makes it worth it for me.
Oh,
that makes it worth it. You know what I'm saying? Like, no matter how I feel about Mendoza, if I got to rock with Mendoza and you give me Brock Bowers and Jeremiah Smith with Genty, we don't know what's going to happen, but I get Jeremiah Smith on that field.
I was rocking. You was cooking, Chris. And then you knocked over the pot.
I didn't sprinkle me in there, but I'm just saying. But real talk though, someone like Jeremiah Smith will make Genty way better.
Look, I feel like, all right. I think that generational. Now I'm not talking about Genty. I'm talking about I know a joke is coming after I just said that from Severe. I could just see it right now, but hold up. But when it comes to quarterback, right? When it comes to quarterback generational, when was the last generational quarterback? When was the last one? To me, it was Andrew Luck. That was
probably Andrew Luck. Some people felt that way about Caleb. I personally didn't. I thought Jaden was better, but a lot of people felt that way about Caleb.
But
And Trevor Lawrence. Trevor Lawrence.
Yeah, I was
about
to say Trevor. Honestly,
I
was gonna say Trevor.
I think Trevor had the hype, but I don't know.
Trevor had everything as a college prospect. Trevor had everything you wanted. He won big games. He had a size. He had leadership. But Urban Meyer fucked him up, getting him as a rookie. So he kind of stunted his growth a little bit. But I thought Trevor Lawrence was a very great prospect coming out of college. I thought he was going to be a can't miss.
Yeah, I felt the same way.
To me, it was Andrew Luck. I was all in on Andrew Luck, but maybe it might have been different because I seen Andrew Luck. When the first time I seen Andrew Luck, I'm like, damn, this guy's gonna be going in the first round.
He's different, yeah. Luck was different.
First round. I didn't know it was gonna be number one pick when I first seen him, but I'm like, this looks like a first round QB. And then fast forward, Andrew Luck sweepstakes, number one pick, and then we seen how he came onto the scene. But that was, and then someone says Joe Burrow.
I want to say Joe Burrow was generational.
Yeah, but he's a good player.
Yeah, you knew Joe was gonna be good. You knew he was gonna be good. Yeah, but like generational was like, because honestly, because Andrew Luck did Andrew Luck have 2 good years in college, or did he just come out of nowhere? I can't remember.
He had 2 good years.
Okay, yeah, I'm about to say because like Joe, like I knew about Joe just because he's from here, but like a lot of people ain't know Joe was gonna be that. For real.
Because Joe was stuck behind. Who was he stuck behind?
He was stuck behind
JT Barrett.
I think Haskins and
I thought it was just JT Barrett.
Yeah, JT and Haskins.
Okay.
Or no,
okay.
was it Haskins? Nah,
I think it was just
Haskins.
JT. Was it?
No, he was third. He was third string.
Okay, damn.
Yeah, so it was JT and then Haskins.
Yeah, so I mean, he kind of came out of nowhere, but the production that he put up was so crazy that you couldn't deny it. And just the way it looked, you could be like, oh, he got all these weapons, but just the way it looked, how he was willing and dealing, all parts of the field, hitting all areas of the field, like throwing with anticipation, different arm angles, moving around, like. He was just dealing, so you knew he was gonna be nice. Knew he was gonna be nice. Yeah, I mean, Luck was good 2 years. Remember, Luck was really good that first year, and then the next year, people started that pause, but suck for luck, and that was like
I don't even remember that, bro.
Yeah, that was like the slogan. They always have a slogan for like for their as wild. But see, back then you wasn't getting hit with pause like that. So
you wasn't getting pause.
You can say some questionable stuff on the internet and not get paused to death.
And stare dead in someone's face too.
Exactly. Look at it's grown men telling other grown men, we gotta suck for luck. Like what? This is wild. This is wild.
Nah, but
Luck was so good. The coach got rid of Peyton Manning for Luck. That's how good Luck was as a prospect. Even though Peyton Manning was coming off the injury, but
yeah, that's a good point.
Look, who would they have as a starting quarterback that year? Was it Painter? Andrew Painter or something like that?
Who, the Colts?
Yeah, when Luck was hurt, what's his name? Andrew Painter or something like that?
Probably something like that.
I think his last name was Painter. I don't remember his first name.
Yeah. I know who you're talking about. It wasn't Andrew Painter. It was something Painter. It was something
Painter. It might not have been Andrew, but it's not. It's not Andrew because Andrew Luck. It was something Painter though.
His evil twin or something. I don't know. But no. But look. I'm cool with Mendoza at number 1. I'm fine with it. I think all signs point to him being the number 1 pick.
Wait, so are you cool with it, or do you want him?
Exactly.
Yeah, that's the question.
Look.
There you go, DJ. It was Curtis Painter.
If I have my choice, I want the quarterback going number 1 to have the rocket arm, don't
backpedal, don't moonwalk out of this.
No. Yeah,
do you want Mendoza, or are you going to?
No, so are you settling for Mendoza, or do you want
settling?
Mendoza?
That's what I want to know. Don't moonwalk.
Settling.
Yeah.
He's like, well, I would want. Ideally, I would like.
Oh man, that's tough. Man. Now because my quarterback this year that I like, you already know, was Brendan Sorsby out of Cincy. And
He available next year. We had the extra first.
but yeah, I'm good with him going number one. I just think where the Raiders are at right now, I just don't think it makes sense for them to trade down. Now, me personally, if I have my choice at quarterback, obviously there's certain quarterbacks that I like that are not coming out this year. But who's to say that the Raiders are going to be in position to get a quarterback, one of those quarterbacks next year? You know,
but have you looked at our schedule? Our schedule is the NFC West. We absolutely will be.
Oh my God,
that's what I'm saying.
Losses to every team in that
NFC
division.
West, bro. Like I've been telling people, man, 6 wins is our ceiling.
Yeah,
6 wins is our ceiling, bro. Because we literally are going. Can we agree? Do y'all see us winning any games in our division?
Nah,
I
not Ken.
Would
I pick us to win any games in our division? No, but could we sneak one? I can see us sneaking one.
Against
but,
who?
I'm not picking anyone. I don't know. As I said, I'm not picking us, but I can see us sneaking one. You know, those division games get crazy sometimes where be some bumps. Like the Giants beat the Chargers, and like it happened. We beat the Patriots week 1 somehow.
But look, I got us 0-6 in our division, and then we losing to the Patriots. We're losing to the Seahawks. We're losing to the Niners. That's 3 more right there. So that's 9 losses. We got the Bills. That's another loss, and there was one more. Who else is in the NFC West?
The Cardinals the only one we could beat the Cardinals.
Yeah, I can see it beating them, but there was someone that, I think we got the Rams. The Rams
gonna stomp a mud hole in us, bro.
That's what I'm saying. That's 11 losses right there. And
yeah, the Rams.
So hold on, Chris, because you talking about next year. You know,
yeah.
A lot of people like to talk about next year. Next year. So who's your quarterback that you would want to take next year if the Raiders hypothetically traded down?
Me personally, I like Dante. I like Dante as of right now, but I also think that Manning is going to have a nice development year. So I think Manning's going to be nice. And for some reason, I think Mensah is going to play. I think Mensah's going to be a beast at Miami. I really do. I think he's going to be a beast because he didn't really have that much talent last year. So those are actually my 3. You know, some people like Julian saying and all that, but.
Yeah, Darian Mensah with Miami for a fat NIL deal.
That's what I'm saying.
That's interesting. Okay,
and that's just them 3. And then you got Sellers.
About to change his mind. Look, we done moved Fernando Mendoza. He's like, look.
And to me, that's just an easy 3. That's an easy 3. And then you said you like Swarsby,
and he going to Texas Tech, right?
Yeah, Texas Tech.
I think so. And then we got what's his name, Mateer. We got Mateer. And Mateer started the season off better than every quarterback this year.
Mateer was cooking.
I just
cooking.
I just hate how he plays kind of ugly, bro.
Mateer?
Mateer
got heart though. He got dog in him. I like Mateer.
He can have no pressure in the pocket. He just moving for no reason.
You can't talk about somebody playing. Look. Time out. You can't talk about somebody playing ugly in the defense of drafting Fernando Mendoza. You can't do that, bro. His game is ugly.
Dog, them 196 yards a game.
It's effective, but it's
bro.
Ugly. It's effective, but it's ugly. So, you know, I don't care about how pretty you look out there, bro. Phillip Rivers didn't have a pretty game. Peyton Manning, we look kind of funny out there, but when that ball come off that hand, it was money.
But the thing is, like, Manning and Rivers like had way better arm talent than Mendoza. Not even close.
Oh yeah,
especially yeah.
Rivers just had that awkward release.
Yeah, Rivers had like that 3/4 joint.
Like he was socking somebody when he was throwing.
Yeah, but the thing, that ball used to go where it needed to go, man.
Rivers had more arm talent than Mendoza.
Mendoza?
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
Oh
yeah.
It ain't even close.
Oh, I don't know.
Bro, he could put the ball anywhere. Man, Mendoza, like I said, his back shoulder is fire, and like, you know, he can get you that mid range, but man, people forget how nice Phillip Rivers' arm was, bro.
Oh yeah, Rivers' arm was close. Especially coming out of NC State, bro.
Bro, he was a gunslinger, bro.
Hold up. You said Phil. Okay. I just got to be clear with this real quick. So you're saying that Phillip Rivers had a great arm, good arm, okay arm,
very good. I would say very good, not great. But Mendoza has like a good arm.
I can say great. I mean, I'm okay with saying great. It depends on what's in the team. Okay. So what's the best? Okay, what is it? Elite. So okay, we got elite's the best, right?
Bring the mic closer, Pharaoh.
Oh, okay, my bad. Can you hear me?
All right.
How about now?
Yeah. So okay, we got elite's the best, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
And then
So yeah, so if you're going to
great?
elite, great, very good, I'll probably he'll be at the bottom of great, the top of very good.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Yeah, if we going elite, I thought great was at the top. If we going elite, then yeah, I'll put him at the bottom of great, the top of very good.
Yeah. Dog.
Who has an elite arm to you? Who has an elite arm?
Mahomes, Josh Allen,
Caleb. I'll say Caleb. Yeah.
Penix, Josh. Yeah, we said Josh Allen already. Aaron Rodgers, young A-Rod.
Oh, Cam Ward.
Yeah, Cam.
So okay, and then when we're talking about arms, we're talking about arm strength. Are we talking about pure arm strength?
Nah, just like the pure arm talent. So not only strength, but like to make every throw.
To make every.
Not just make every throw, but
Mendoza can make every throw. Come on, bro.
Mendoza make every throw, but make every throw with ease. There's a difference. There's a difference because it's like perfect. It's like being a good shooter. Like you can be able to make every shot, or you can have range from deep, but like that doesn't mean
DJ
doesn't make you a great shooter.
I'm like the only way here. I'm with Rivers' arm talent not better than Mendoza. Either they're the same or Mendoza's better. That's what I'm saying.
Are y'all crazy?
Nah, Rivers got better arm. Rivers got better arm talent than Mendoza. Rivers got better arm talent than Mendoza.
Are y'all crazy?
Yeah. See, they only bro. They know how good Phillip Rivers can play at 44. Phillip Rivers is out there and declared at 44, bro.
Like off the couch.
Still with some zip on it. That's how you know when he was younger. They don't remember Phillip Rivers coming out of NC State.
That's what I'm saying. Phillip Rivers was cold, bro.
No, he doesn't. No, he doesn't. Like, all right. Let's.
Joe Flacco's another one.
Joe
Flacco got it.
Oh yeah,
Flacco's
Flacco.
a good example of a guy that has good arms, great arm strength. He's playing well into his 30s, 40s now, and he still can throw with the best of them. It's probably not as strong as it used to be, but still. But when I watch,
who you talking about?
When I'm watching like Phil Rivers, it's a complete, like his arm is dead. It's done.
I mean, but he can still make all the throws. Okay, how about this? Now, Pharaoh, I know you're gonna disagree with this, but a dude that really had elite arm talent, he was an asshole. Jay Cutler, live arm.
Oh yeah, Jay Cutler had one of the
live arm
in the NFL.
Live arm, bro.
I loved his release. His release was nice.
Pause.
No, Severe, you don't mute. you muted yourself. I can't
hear you.
Yeah, I don't know what happened. I think you got. Hold up, just come back in. I'm gonna kick you out. Nah, but hey, man, I don't know, man. Phil Rivers, I just don't think he has the arm strength that you're talking about, bro. I think he had. Oh, did you lose?
Nah, can you hear me? Test.
Devere, you there?
Yeah, can you hear me?
We can't see you though.
I think my camera. I'm gonna leave. I'm gonna exit out.
All right. Yeah, a little technical difficulties, but if you haven't already, make sure to clock in, hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, hit that notification bell. We appreciate everybody coming through. See what people's talking about in the chat. Mendoza will be more prepared than a lot of guys coming in the league. Yeah, I hope so.
Okay, hold up. Go back to that comment.
Okay.
So the thing is, okay, if y'all believe that, then why are there like they talking about we may sit him for a year?
Because he's a young QB. He's still a young QB. coming
bro.
into the NFL. But they always have that conversation. Anytime there's a young QB, they always have that conversation where like, oh, they need to sit him. They shouldn't throw him into the wolves. You've heard Tom Brady talk about QB development and how like, you know, I didn't start my first year and I learned so much backing up. So
because Brady wasn't good enough to start his first year. Like he had to develop into that. Like it ain't like
it was a different game though back then. That's when young players used to stay on the bench before they.
And they had Drew Bledsoe. Like the whole Brady thing was not playing. If it wasn't for the tuck rule, Brady might be selling car insurance, bro.
Exactly. He'll be.
I'm for real. Like
selling cucumber ice cream. So like, what's that ice cream you drinking?
Right, man.
He'll be a fitness guru. He'll be Jason Sehorn. He'll a fitness guru.
I'm telling you, man, because you don't beat the Raiders that year, then you go back to the drawing board. You give your big money quarterback Bledsoe the start.
That's what I'm saying.
Rock out.
Bro, y'all watching Phillip Rivers? Like it was embarrassing watching him out there. Like it was just more of like
he was still dealing.
He had a really good relationship with Steichen, and he helped him get another 5 years of his life.
All right, so
producing.
Yeah, okay. So the thing is, when we talk about Phillip Rivers, like this year, okay, we exaggerating. He's Morgan Freeman's age. Exactly. But the thing is, like,
Phillip Rivers had a belly.
Right, that's what I'm saying. He had his bare belly, bro.
Phillip Rivers was built like Brendan Carroll, bro.
Right. Right.
But he was out there still. He's out there doing his thing though. No, but Phillip Rivers is coming out of NC State. Yeah. See, but these Raider fans, they're inclined to like these people. These are people that are comparing Mendoza to Peyton Manning and stuff like that. Like they're going to give Mendoza. Like people are saying Mendoza's better than Cam Ward. Like, come on, dog.
That's what I'm saying.
Like, come on. Be like, oh, he's like they think he's some like generational prospect, bro. He wouldn't be the best quarterback in like the last 5 drafts.
Right.
I don't want to. You guys are kind of shitting on Mendoza right now. I don't think he's
because he's a good. He's just good. He's a first round talent.
He had
quarterback.
A great year. He played big in big moments. He did all the things that you liked in when you were describing Trevor Lawrence. Maybe the physical.
He's not as but you can't.
He's
nowhere near as talented as Trevor Lawrence.
He's 6'5". He weighed in at 236.
Probably. Bro, I already told you about that, bro. Like that's not. I don't care about what you weigh at the combine, bro. Especially if you don't do no drills. This what people do. Like this documented. This is what athletes do. They put on a bunch of water weight and go to the combine and get weighed and don't do anything. And then, especially if it's a skill player, then they'll drop that water weight. They don't get reweighed at the pro day. And then they run through the drills at the pro day and get time there. So then it looks like, oh man, this wide receiver, he was 225 and he's running a 4.45. Nah, bro, he ain't 225 running that 4.45. He running that shit at 215. He just put on that extra water weight just for you idiots to weigh him.
Right.
That's what Bryce Young did. Bryce Young was walking around with a sweater. People was like, bro, Bryce Young under that sweater, he's like, he got a pot belly right now.
But either way, in college, what he was weighed in at what? We thought he was 225.
That's probably what he was.
At 225, right? You could probably say that he's he's 22 years old. He's probably gonna get another 5 pounds.
He'll probably get more than that. He'll probably get up to like 230, 235. I wouldn't be surprised over the next.
Mendoza? You talking about Mendoza?
So
yeah.
What I'm talking about, he got good size, 6'5", 225. Pause, whatever if necessary.
You like his release.
Good size and a great release. I don't know.
Oh man, hey Chris, man, this is why we need you back on the show, man. Finally.
Anytime, y'all. Anytime.
Appreciate you, man. But he bro, come on, y'all. I think underselling. I think you underselling Mendoza a little bit here. You making it seem like the Raiders are gonna get a quarterback with no talent.
No, it's not that. It's that it's like what's the old saying? It isn't exactly an exact analogy, but like to people with privilege, equality seems like oppression. Like it only looks like we're underselling them relative to what everybody else is saying. We're just telling the truth, but everybody else is saying, "Oh, he's generational. He's Peyton Manning. He's this and that." So us saying that, yo, he's a back end of the first round quarterback, that sounds like we're hating on him. We're not. We're just telling you what he actually is. But everybody else is, because it's a hype train around him, everybody else is saying something different. So us saying, putting things in proper context is, oh, you just hate. You just hate. That's not hate. It's just realism.
Yeah, that's a fact. Look, man.
And the thing is, it'd be different if we didn't just see last year a Curtis Rorick being a Heisman Trophy candidate. But he was also a bigger quarterback. He was like 6'4", 220. Yeah. I mean, okay. I will say Mendoza is, he's definitely a better Curtis Rorick. He was able to
better athlete.
Yeah, better athlete. I mean, he was able to run the offense more efficiently. But the thing is, like, it shows that is a quarterback-friendly system. And all them dudes playing on that Indiana team was our age. This grown-ass man, bro. Grown-ass.
Either way, man, either way, he got the job done. Like, he went to Indiana. They were able to go undefeated with him. He played big in big moments, big games, and then eventually won a Heisman Trophy as well as win the championship. I think it's easily the Raiders are going to take him number one. That's the reason why Clint Kubiak took the job. I mean, that's the biggest reason. Like, they had a number one.
According to Clint Kubiak, he ain't even watched no tape yet. Clint Kubiak can't even heard of Fernando Mendoza. According to him, he didn't even know who Ashton Genty was.
He knew. He knew. That was like one of the first interview questions. Like, how do you see Mendoza fitting in the offense? Come on, bro. Like that.
I don't necessarily think he might not have watched Mendoza, because according to him, he couldn't even prep for his interviews. So where was he gonna find time to watch tape of Mendoza? So I think, just having the number one overall pick in general, just having that power or having the options of everything that comes with the number one overall pick, that in and of itself is enticing. It didn't necessarily have to be a single player, because this is the weakest quarterback draft class in years, right? But just having the option and the power to be able to maneuver from that number one overall pick, plus, I'm sure that he figured the Raiders may be able to make some other moves, make some other trades. One of those trades being potentially Maxx Crosby. I doubt if they talked about that, but just I'm sure he was assured that the Raiders would be able to get the assets required to put the players on the team that he would need to have success.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. If you haven't already, make sure to clock in, hit that like button, hit that subscribe, hit that notification bell. Then we went on a tangent, man. We went from the Maxx Crosby to quarterbacks in the draft. We appreciate everybody pulling up. Make sure to clock in, hit that like button, hit that subscribe, hit that notification bell. So we were getting into that Maxx Crosby. We were talking about like teams that are possibly going to trade for him. Right now, it sounds like the Bears are kind of close to making that happen. They recently released Tremaine Edmonds, linebacker. A guy that I'm not going to lie, I don't mind the Raiders picking him up. And the Raiders might end up picking him up in free agency. But the reason I bring him up is because that might have been a guy they're releasing, because I think they released him like over an hour ago. If anybody's watching this, might be longer than that, but on a replay. I think there might be creating some cap space in order to make some room for a Maxx Crosby trade, possible. We'll see how that goes down. But for me, like I said, I like the Cowboys trade offer just because it's going to include a top 15 pick along with another first round pick this year. But we'll see. We'll see how that shakes out. In other news this week, there was a report. Michael Silver had an article. A lot of Raider fans they despise Michael Silver. But in his report, he said that Alex Guerrero was an issue in the Raiders organization. He caused issues with, with Maxx Crosby, some of the players, and some of the people in the building, and also up until a point where he threatened to, get rid of some guys that were in the building. whatever the case may be. And if anybody doesn't know who Alex Guerrero, he's a wellness coordinator that's been with Tom Brady. I mean, I think majority of his career, I believe, but at least all the way from his Patriots days. So what it sounds like to me is a lot of dysfunction. That's what it sounds like. But a lot of Raider fans are kind of like shutting it down because it's Michael Silver, and they're saying the media is hating on the Raiders again. Look at the NFLPA survey. The Raiders got like glowing marks on everything except for, you know, offensive coordinator, which we all know the Raiders got an F for that. But if there was an issue, why did they get those types of grades then? Like why did the players, they would have probably talked about it, or they would actually get given the Raiders a bad grade. But the way I looked at it was this. When you look into Alex Guerrero, he's had issues with the Patriots as well. If you talked about the Patriots, if you talk to anybody that's a Patriots fan, if there's anybody that's a Patriots fan in the building, you probably know who Alex Guerrero is, because he was a name that popped up, especially last few years that Tom Brady was with them before he went to Tampa Bay. There was a little bit of falling out, and there was a little bit of a disconnect between him and Bill Belichick, and Alex Guerrero was one of the reasons why that happened. I'm just saying. Now, whether you want to believe that report or not, to me, and I said this earlier when I heard this, I was like, you know what? Like, it just, whether you want to believe this report or not, it just reminds me of the whole current setup with Tom Brady and the Raiders. And Tom Brady is in Florida. He's not in Vegas every day. He's all the way in Florida. He's relying on other people to give him information, aka Alex Guerrero and whoever is there on a day-to-day basis. You know, so I'm sure he taps in with spy tech as well. But wouldn't you want, if someone's making major decisions and they're going to be in on all the big time decisions within the organization, wouldn't you want someone that's always there, Severe? I mean, wouldn't you want someone that is, because Tom Brady always talks about it, like when they ask him like, hey, what does it take to win a Super Bowl? What it takes to be, like, he talks about everybody being fully locked in, being all in. But if you're not even in the city, and you're also a commentator, you're an analyst for Fox, are you fully locked in? So to me, that's what that whole report kind of reminded me of. Whether you want to believe it or not, if Alex Guerrero is a problem in that building, that's up to you. But for me, it just reminded me, like, damn, like Tom Brady, I don't know, for this to work long term, I think he needs to be fully locked in with the Raiders. Do you agree with that, Sabir?
I mean, it depends on what you mean by fully locked in. I mean, what ideally you would want Tom Brady to be in the building every day. That would be the ideal scenario, right? To just be around the team, be able to have, that just for people to have your presence there and feel your energy there, and to just see you as a person that they're going to be accountable to. Does his job require him to be basically in the building? He's not a coach. He's not a trainer, so does he have to be there to fulfill his job duties? Technically, no. But like I said, in the ideal scenario, just as a show of, and I don't want to even say good faith, but just as a symbol, you would want him there because everybody knows he's the guy that's in charge. So, I think it just the optics of it is a bad look. But he can watch tape from home. He can watch film from home. He can read scouting reports from home. He can have phone calls with Spy Tech and with Mark Davis, and they can have Zoom calls. The whole world was just operating remotely 3 years ago. So it's not like it's something new or it's never before seen. But like I said, is that the ideal scenario? No, it's not. What about you, Chris? What you think?
Yeah, I mean, at the end of the day, You talking about as far as like Tom or his
Tom Brady, yeah, Tom Brady just being around the team. Like, is it a bad look for him not to be in the
yeah, like
building
he
every
gotta
day?
be, man. I mean, he got to show that he's all in. You know, he can't make it look like he's he's part time with it, because at the end of the day, you know, Mark Davis is putting a lot of trust in him. You know, at the end of the day, I mean, he's ultimately, I mean, of course he's part owner, but you know, he's ultimately like the president or director of football operations. So you need to be there, you know, because at the end of the day, we can no longer, you know, just blame Mark Davis like, hey, you know, he's just a bad owner. Like, Mark is doing his part. He's putting, you know, he's opened up his wallet. He's paying these guys to make the best football decisions because he understands. Yeah, like he understands that he's not a football guy. So, you know, he's doing what he has to do to, you know, let the football guys do what they got to do. So, like, Tom, I need you all in, man. I need you all in. Like, I don't want you to look at this as, you know, a part-time gig. You know, we just can't do it.
Yeah, no, I agree with Chris, man. I hear what you're saying, Severe, that like he can do certain things away, but I think that like he's the one that preaches this too. He's the one that preaches that in order for everybody to get that ultimate goal, to accomplish that ultimate goal, everybody has to be locked in and be on the same page and be all in. And he's not fully locked in. And
right.
I know at the end of the day, the Raiders is an investment for him. He's a minority owner, but we all know why he's a minority owner. That we all know why Mark Davis literally tried to give him a discount that was denied by the NFL. There's a reason why he gave him a discount, because he wanted him in the building so he could, you know, oversee the football operations of this team.
I think you're reaching with that part. I think you're reaching with that part. And you're reaching with that part.
I'm reaching where?
That he wanted him in the building. I think you're reaching with that part. You're speculating with that part.
You talking about Mark? Mark wanted Brady in the building?
No.
Yeah. It's like
when I say in the building, I mean basically running the football side.
See, that's different. That is different. There's a difference between saying in the building and running the football side. You don't have to be in the building to run something. Like, if you can run something remotely. Now, is that the ideal situation? No. But you don't have to be there every day for it to run. Like, if anybody that's owned property, and I've known people that own property in different states. They're the landlord of a property in a different state. Now, ideally, to be a landlord, would it be most optimal if you were there on site or at least near? Yes. But do you have to be there? Is it a requirement? No. Is it an issue? Okay, bam, I'll call a plumber. Okay, it's an issue with the roofing. Okay, bam, I'll call a roofer. It's an issue with the electricity. Okay, bam, I'll call an electrician. And I can handle everything I need to do as a landlord from miles away. Make sure that rent come by the third, though. You feel me? Like, that's all that matter to me.
Right. But it's risky, though. It's riskier.
Yeah, like, it's not ideal. I'm saying it's not ideal, but people act as if it cannot be done.
No, I'm not. But look, I'm just looking at it from perspective. The Raiders haven't won in a long time, consistently. The last time it was consistent was like late 90s, early 2000-ish, where we had like a nice little run where they were winning, 10 plus games, 9 plus games every year. And I'm looking at Brady and what he means to the team and what his role is. We all kind of see it from afar, like, oh, okay, he's the guy that's going to be running the show. So if we're hearing stuff like he's relying on this guy to be his eyes and ears, and it's just like just and then also we're hearing that, oh, Brady liked this guy. Oh, Brady's the reason why they didn't get this guy. The Brady's been like, and you're not even in the building. You're preparing for the Bears and the Chiefs or whoever. You know what I mean? You're preparing. Like, it's just, look, when your focus is, when you got a lot on your plate and you're focused on a lot of different things, you're not, and you try to do something, you're not going to get your best. You get your best when you're focused on one thing. And it's hard, I guess, people have families, they got kids. I get it. But he doesn't live in the city. He don't even live in Vegas.
Yeah.
He don't even live in Vegas, bro. He don't even live in Vegas. I get what you're saying, work from home, but at least live in Vegas.
But look, who do you want making the football decisions on this team?
Who do I want making football decisions?
Yes. Do you want?
Is
Tom Brady? Is Tom Brady the guy you want making the football decisions?
In an ideal world, I want Spytek to do his job.
Exactly.
But
so what should Brady be doing? In the corporate world, we call it ANC. You're there to advise and consent. You're there to advise and consent, bro. All out, Spytek should be the guy making the decisions. Should Brady be giving him advice?
I feel that, but I don't think that's Mark Davis's. Cause Mark Davis, like he loves Brady, bro. So it's almost like if you just wanted someone to do that, like what you said, just get like a analytical guy. You know what I'm saying? But like when you like Tom Brady's a superstar. Like you got to use his rock starness to kind of help. You know what I'm saying? So I mean, I feel what both of y'all saying, but I don't know.
But I think he is using his rock star. I think Tom Brady is just his name being attached to the Raiders. I think that is what he's leveraging. Just him. Like that's what he was able to leverage to even get an interview with the Ben Johnson, who had initially said, please don't ask me for an interview so I don't have to embarrass you by saying no.
Right.
Like, but Tom Brady, you know, his connections was able to make that happen. Now, and look, the issue low key, the issues we've been having, according to some people, is that maybe Tom Brady's been too involved. You know, we look at the Pete Carroll, the whole Pete Carroll Chip Kelly marriage. That was a Tom Brady idea. The Geno Smith, we know that Tom Brady signed off on that, and he did not want Sam Darnold. So, you know, like the Tom Brady's involvement hasn't exactly been stellar.
Right.
You feel me? So a person that should be making decisions should be the GM, because he is the person that is going to be, at the end of the day, accountable for the football decisions on his team. Now, what the president of football operations should be doing is setting the landscape for the GM to have as much success as possible, and also kind of, you know, laying out the vision and being there to help and give advice. You know, that's what he should be doing. But the nuts and bolts of everything, that should be John Spytek.
It should be, but how do you think Mark feels about it? I feel like if Spytek wanted to do something and then for whatever reason Brady was against it, who do you think makes a call?
Who makes the final call?
Who makes the final decision? Who signs off on it? If they both are at a stalemate, they both have a big disagreement. I think it's rocking with Brady.
Probably Brady.
That's what I'm saying, and that's not right. To your point, that's not how it should be. But
that's not how it should be.
That's how it's set up, though.
That's not. That's well.
So look. If you're gonna see, look. I think we're both kind of in agreement. We're both in agreement here. My thing is, if you're gonna be a part-time, then you let the guys who are hired to do their job, let them do their job. You're gonna be part-time. If you're gonna be full-time, then you gotta be, and you want to make full-time decisions, like full-time, big-time decisions, then it's like, and you're not gonna be in this, like, or you're gonna make full-time decisions, then you gotta like be in the building. You gotta be in the building. You gotta be in Vegas. Be in Vegas. Come on, just go to Vegas.
I don't want him making decisions though. I don't want him making decisions, and
that's fine. That's fine. Yeah, that's
the thing is though. I think it is.
Yes,
I want to know. I want to know where the size 13 shoe is going. You know, like I want to know who asked do I got to kick for these decisions. I don't want it to be, oh well, you know, we worked in tandem like last year. Like, nah, get the hell
I'm
out here with that, bro. I want to know whose decision was this. So John Spytek out there, he talking a good game right now. So, bro, like I'm holding you accountable for all of this right now, bro. So, hey, like I said, if he pulls off this Maxx trade, I'm gonna give him immense credit. If he drafts Mendoza and he flops, I'm gonna be on his neck for it. So, like I want to know who was the guy. And like I said, Tom Brady's only role should be, you know what? I'm here to advise and consent. Here to advise and consent.
Yeah. Okay, but what about a couple years ago? I mean, you got to think, like, Mark Davis literally said, like, Tom Brady is going to be kind of in charge of getting us our next quarterback.
Right.
Yeah.
I mean, and honestly, we talk about it all the time. Mark Davis ain't tactful enough to play that you know the politically correct game. When he say something, he be meaning it, bro.
No,
So
the Raiders sent out a tweet. Raiders sent out a tweet literally saying Tom Brady and John Spytek are going to be running the football side of things. He sent out a tweet. That shit is documented forever on the internet.
Exactly.
Right.
And to your point, Chris, on multiple occasions, it was a podcast interview on the Raiders, content page, and it was with Baron Davis, and he literally says like that's what we're trying to do. That's the reason why I brought him into the fold, is because I want him to be the guy running that football side.
Yeah.
And if you want to even go further, before Brady was in the fold, and if you want to connect the dots, he admitted that he's not a football guy that his father was. And the missing piece to the Raiders is having someone that's above the GM and coach. Yeah. And around that time, what were the Raiders doing behind the scenes? They were trying to sell a piece of the team to Tom Brady. Fast forward a year later, Tom Brady comes in the building. Literally, when he comes into the building, standing ovation. I was like, this is bigger than just selling a minority. This ain't Jay-Z getting the Brooklyn Nets.
Yeah, at the time, he's the pseudo vice president. He's the pseudo president of football operations. That's what essentially what he is.
Right.
And Mark sold him part of the team because part of the reason is because they wanted cash. He wanted some liquidity, and the other reason is because he wanted them to be invested. So I think it was twofold there. But he was dead set on Brady being a part of the organization and leveraging some of Brady's brand as a winner to kind of, to infuse that into the Raiders organization. So, but let me ask you a question then. What would Brady do in the building that he can't do anywhere else? What would he do in the building that he can't do from a laptop in Miami or over the phone in Miami?
It's not about like one specific thing. It's that when you're fully locked in and you're focused on the Raiders, right? He's in the Raiders, right? He's going to be in constant communication. He's going to be he can pull up in that Raiders building and talk about what needs to be done, what decisions that need to be made. He could be more prepared than what he's doing right now, where he's preparing for football games every Sunday, preparing for playoff games you get what I'm trying to say? It's his focus it's spread out. It's not all the way, and that's kind of my thing is like, man, like I want this to work, but then I'm like, it's just, and we kind of admitted like throughout this conversation, like, yeah, in a perfect world, we want Spytek to be the guy to let him do his job, but
realistically,
Brady and his ego and his power, hey, Mark Davis has empowered him. Brady could just be like, no, I want that guy.
Yes. So let me ask you this.
Because he spent a day of studying film while Spytek and his scouts have been doing work the entire year.
I mean, that's speculation though. But let me ask you this. You said
that's my point though. When you're not fully locked in, you're gonna make decisions based off you not being all the way there because you got other priorities.
But you just said, so my question is that because look, you're saying things that aren't aligned. It's like a non sequitur. You're saying that he has to be in the building. But
hold on, man. What's a synonym for that, bro? Keep using all these words, man. Hashtag synonym. Give me a synonym for what you just said.
A non sequitur is.
I hate what you doing.
Like basically a non sequitur is like, just because he's not in the building watching film doesn't mean he's not watching film. So all these guys are in the building watching film, so therefore Brady's not watching film. That's a non sequitur because he can watch film. I just said, what can he do in the building that he can't do at home? And you said, well, nothing really. Then you said he can do more, but what's more? And then you said, oh, he's studying all these other teams. Well, part of his job is understanding the landscape of the NFL. So he's studying other teams. that would fall in his purview as president of football operations. So what would he be doing in the building that he can't do from Miami, besides monitoring Alex Guerrero, I guess?
Man, look, you want one singular act. You want one singular thing. I'm talking about
a singular thing. It's just overall. Just give me a general. What difference would it make in the building? Because we keep talking about, because we point to, oh, well, you know what? Like, the things I point to are just not tangible. Oh, his presence, people. But like, is that important to some extent?
Okay.
But like, I wanted to say, what tangible?
Okay. What?
Either one of you guys, anybody can answer it.
All I'm saying is, when I say that, because people are taking it very literally when I say, oh, he needs to be in the Raiders building every day. But what I'm saying, he's not even in the same city. He's not even in the same zip code. He has to fly in. And I get what you're saying. Oh, he can watch film. Yeah, I'm sure. But like, what I don't like is the middleman. So
who's the middle? He's talking to Spytech. Those are the men like a mug.
According to
those are the two guys.
According to reports, Alex Guerrero is his eyes and ears. That's the guy that he trusts. That's in the building. That. And I'm sure it probably was the guy that probably told Maxx Crosby, yeah, like.
Yeah, no, he was. So for me,
but Spytek said they talk every day. He said they talk every day. So just because you have eyes and ears in the building, don't mean like. Anybody that's been in a position of power or a position of authority, they have people that's their, like, basically they snitches, like, yo, who will tell you, like, yo, bro, like, you told them that to have this report done. Yo, this report wasn't done. They were supposed to be working on this project. Oh, the project ain't done. Like, everybody that's been in a position of authority, they got their teachers' pets. They got their snitches. That's just part of the deal. Now, obviously, Alex Guerrero is taking it to another level because he out there telling, like, yeah, I'm gonna tell the teacher on you. Like, that's what he out here doing and getting people cut and pissing people off. But that's everybody has that role. Everybody has that in the building. So I mean, that's nothing new.
Yeah, I'm to me just getting rid of the middleman, because right now I think he's highly dependent on people in the building to give him information. Obviously, he's using a guy like Alex Guerrero because there's only so much that Spytek can tell him. So he's relying on Alex Guerrero. But like, if he's in Vegas, if he's fully locked in, if he's fully all in, then maybe some of those guys could provide some value, but he wouldn't be highly dependent on other people to give him the real information in order for him to make the best decision for the team. Because if he's all the way in Florida, I know you're saying, oh, well, he can study film, but there's more to him making decisions than him studying film. There's a lot of people who actually do that job, right? So there's a lot of scouts, there's a lot of other people who are going to be doing, coaches and things like that. They're going to be doing that. He's going to do that because he's Tom Brady. So he's going to add that extra layer to whatever his decision making is. But I'm just saying, to me, it just makes sense. It just doesn't make sense for him.
Let me ask you this.
Like, so hold on. So he could just be in London and just make this. So he could be anywhere but Vegas and still run the football side for the Raiders, is what you're saying. Like, he doesn't have to be.
Let me ask you this.
He doesn't have to. He doesn't have to be there. Mark Davis shouldn't even live in Vegas. Why is Mark Davis living in Vegas? Like, why is he just living? Why is he staying in the Bay Area? Just stay in the Bay Area. Why are you living in Vegas? You don't
Mark Davis. Mark Davis. Well, because there's no state income tax. First of all, that's why Mark Davis moved. Mark Davis moved from Cali to Vegas was very, very strategic.
But he could live in Florida. He could live. I'm just saying.
Let me ask you this. Who runs Amazon?
Bezos.
Jeff Bezos.
Jeff Bezos. Yeah.
How often do you think Jeff Bezos is at Amazon?
Now, come on. That's
come on, bro. You see what I'm saying?
Who's running Amazon?
This is what Severe likes to do right here.
No. What am I doing? What am I doing? See, like, no, don't try to moonwalk. Say this is what Severe does. He attacks my argument with logic. That's okay. He said he can't do his job. Jeff Bezos is the guy that runs Amazon, right?
Yeah.
Right.
Is he in the building at Amazon? Is he?
Okay.
Is he?
But is Jeff Bezos is he?
When the last time Jeff Bezos out there cheating on his wife, finding mistresses? He doing, you know, he in the Epstein files. He doing everything but running Amazon.
All right. Look, man. So my thing is, but, like, if you're gonna hire Tom Brady for this role, it's like, what are you hiring him for? Like, if you just wanted a guy that can just be remote somewhere and just study film and be like an enhanced scout or whatever, then you go get that. Like, you really hire a Tom Brady for, I mean, he's a rock star, but like he's a guy that, you know, you want to get him in front of people. Like, you almost want him to be like that, like the pony that you show off. Like that's kind of how he is, because like at the end of the day, if I want the guy that's just going to sit and watch film, then I'm gonna get a guy that can really analyze film, that has experience doing that. Tom Brady is a rookie. He's a rookie at this, bro. Yeah. So like my thing is,
that's why I don't want to do it.
If I'm using Tom Brady, and look, pause. He got that aura about him where he just glow. You know, everybody love Tom Brady. Like, you want to put Tom in front of people. You need to be seen, bro. Like that's how that's how I feel about it.
Look, know what Tom Brady is? Know what Tom Brady is? Everybody here knows who Kanye West is, right?
Yeah.
Okay. You remember Kanye West had a clothing brand, right?
Yeah.
Kanye West had a white t-shirt. A plain ass white t-shirt.
That he sold for like $200.
Yeah, the white t-shirt cost. That shit wasn't nothing but a Shaka wear t-shirt, right? Ain't nothing but a Shaka wear t-shirt. He slapped his name on it. That shirt went from $5 to $100 and something.
Yeah, that's branding. That's branding 101.
Exactly. But so you asking, why do you want Tom Brady attached to your organization? That's why.
But you want him out there though. You want him.
You be
out. Like, you want him seen,
you didn't see
though.
Tom Brady on the sideline rocking the Raiders hat. You didn't see him with the clean white starter jacket in the glass.
Well, you know, okay, we need that more. We need more of that.
You ain't seen him in the Zoom calls with the helmet, Raiders helmet in the back.
But I know, but that's our point. That's what we need.
Yes,
he can't do that at home, bro. That's what we need. We need Tom Brady seen, bro.
That's what he's doing. When he's doing the media stuff, that's part of what he's doing. He's out there talking to people, rocking the Raiders gear.
No, okay, but I think that's what Pharaoh's trying to say. Like, that's what he need to be doing.
But guess what? But guess what? Look, people, peep this. This is what I'm gonna get y'all. This is what I'm gonna get y'all. Every Sunday, what is Tom Brady doing? Every Sunday, what is Tom Brady doing?
That's the problem. That's our whole point, bro.
Look,
that's the problem.
Look, y'all just said y'all want people to see him. Yeah. All of America's watching Tom Brady on Sundays. They listen to Tom Brady on Sundays.
But he's not wearing Raider gear, though. He's not wearing Raider gear, though.
He ain't wearing Raider gear. Everybody knows it. At this point, everybody
he ain't wearing Raider gear, bro.
Everybody knows it already, though. Everybody knows he's part owner.
He not even
only us. No, honestly, only us. But most the rest of the world, they still don't like. Think of Tom Brady and think of the Raiders. They still don't.
They don't think of Tom Brady and think of the Raiders.
Yeah, I mean, you got to remind them. You got to remind them, like, hey, Tom Brady is part owner of a. They'd be like, oh, he is. Like, they don't be thinking that, bro. They don't think that.
They say it all the time on the telecast. They talk about it all the time.
Man, Tom Brady ain't wearing no Raiders gear. He not even wearing a silver and black suit. You know what I mean? He not even wearing a black suit.
You know what? He will wear a silver and black suit.
Yeah, he for sure wearing the black. Look,
he'll hate it.
At the Raiders game. At the Raiders game, man. We appreciate everybody coming through. Make sure to clock in, hit that like button, hit that subscribe, hit that notification bell. Man, great show, great conversation. Let's get into the free agency preview real quick before we head out. Just your last thoughts, because next week I think is when tampering period begins, I believe. Yes, so was it starting Monday? Is it Monday?
The 9th, I think. I think the 9th is when it's
the tampering period is Monday. Yeah, it's the 9th.
So 9th, yeah.
It is Monday. It is Monday. Yeah, the 9th.
So I believe that's when we're going to start hearing some deals, like some players agreeing that they're not going to sign on a dotted line.
That's when they can. Yeah.
We're gonna start. So, is there anybody, Chris, that you want the Raiders to? I know it's a whole bunch. I mean, Raiders got the number 2 cap space. I'm sure there's a lot of players that you would like on the football team.
Number 4.
Oh, they
Yeah.
dropped the 4th?
Yeah, 4. Yeah,
For the what?
Yeah,
4th in cap space.
Oh, did we?
Yeah, number
Damn,
1. I forgot who number 1. No, what's crazy is that the Seahawks are like 6th.
That's sick, bro. That's
Dang.
sick.
Dang. And
I mean,
they-
what did some teams restructure? They must have did some restructuring. I mean,
No,
honestly,
they're
can we do restructure? Is there anybody that we can even restructure?
no,
Well, maybe
not really. Bro.
Colton. Yeah, I'm about to say Colton. Colton probably
Maybe
restructured.
Colton. Well, Gino would be the big one. That's the big one we would have to.
Oh yeah,
do.
he ain't restructuring shit.
He ain't restructured. We gotta cut him. We gotta cut Gino.
Yeah.
Colton, could we restructure Colton? We just signed the deal technically, but it's just gonna add more dead money to the end of it. What we could do is, damn, we can't even get rid of Tyree because Tyree, that's just all dead money. So we can't do nothing with Tyree.
Nah, we can't get
So
rid of Tyree.
NFL.com, they have him at number 3, which is pretty much the same, but they have him number 3.
I think Spot Track. I checked Spot Track had us at 4.
Okay. Yeah, I mean,
Yeah, I don't even know.
Either way, the Raiders have a lot of cap space, but real quick, Chris, who are some of the guys that you're like looking into for the Raiders to sign this free agency?
Man, I hate to say it, man, but I'm not even too in love with a lot of these free agents and shit. That's the worst part, man, because like we got the money and we got to spend it. You know, of course, you know, the center from the Ravens, but it's like I don't even know if I want to spend that type of bag because that's gonna be expensive as hell. I don't want Pierce. I don't even know, bro. I've really been looking at the list hard. There's no one that I can just look at and be like, man, we gotta have him. And
is it all right? Is it like, okay, Alex Pierce, wide receiver from the Colts?
Nah, definitely not.
Is it Tyler Lindenbaum, center from the Ravens?
I would consider it, but I think his price tag, for one, I think it's going to be a bidding war on him, and for him to want to come to us, I think that's even going to be an extra percentage that he's going to want just to mess with us anyway, because we're going to win 6 games next year. So,
yeah.
So and me personally, I'm not giving up on JPJ at center, so I'll be okay with walking away from that.
Yeah, he's probably gonna get a market resetting deal.
Resetting, bro.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep. Adofe Owe from played for the Ravens, then got traded to the Chargers, played well with them. Pass rusher. Raiders are going to a 3-4. Is he?
They are going to a 3-4. Depending on the price, but that's what I'm saying. I'm not getting in a bidding war for him.
So there's really no you want to give the bag to. There's not one not one, because they do. I'm not gonna lie. Like looking at this offensive line, I know they said all the right things in some of these pressers with Clint Kubiak, and we like the guys that we have on our roster, but we need to add some guys.
We do. No, we absolutely do. But I almost think it, and I hate to say it, but it's like. I don't want to throw a whole bunch of money just to throw it, just because we have it, because every time we do that, we end up with dead cap space a couple years later, like the Kenyon Drake and Mike Kikowski and all them, Seth Joyner and all them joints. So I don't know, man. I'm not gonna lie. I'm just not too impressed with this free agency class. I wish I could give you a better answer, but I don't even know who I want to spend a bag on this year.
Yeah. Nah, I hear you. It's not a strong free agency class. It's just a situation where the Raiders have to add. They're gonna have to add some.
Yeah,
time.
we got to. Yeah,
we got so many like free agents, especially on the defensive side of the football.
What's the linebacker?
I did say
Leonard. God,
Kobe Dean. Devin Lloyd.
Oh no, now I do think he'll end up with us, but I don't think we'll have to spend a bag on him. So like I almost want guys like kind of in that level where I think can be contributors, but it's not going to be too expensive. But like I think the Kobe Dean, we'll sign him and he'll be a day one starter. So something like that, you know. But as far as the guys that like honestly, I will be surprised if like the first 2 days we make big splashes. because usually that's when the big guys go, and then you start finding them discounts a little bit later on. So I almost think, and the thing is, Raider fans are going to hate it. They're going to be pissed off about it because they want us to kind of swing for the fences. But to me, this just ain't the year for it.
I think the guy you were thinking of was Levin Lloyd.
Yeah, that's talking about Lloyd. Yeah. Now, I mean, he's cool because I think from a 3-4 perspective, he fit in good. But again, I think he's going to be kind of the top of the class, so I think he's going to, demand some money. And again, like, these guys are going to get to, so we're either going to have to overpay or those guys are going to go to contenders. So we're just in a bad situation. And it's not even like we got a good defensive coach where they can be like, oh, okay, I want to go play with him. Like, oh, you guys got a rookie head coach. So I just don't know from an attractive standpoint how we're going to get some of these guys without overpaying.
Yeah, that's just the nature of being a bad football team, is like you're going to have to overpay. But the good thing is that the Raiders are in Vegas, so they don't have to overpay as much as they would if they were in Oakland. You know what I mean? So just because of the state tax. So that's one thing. But so there's a rumor saying that the Raiders are connected to Mike Evans. The Titans and the Raiders are like they really want to sign Mike Evans. That's a team that's connected. Maybe really might be a little strong, but they are connected to Mike Evans from Tampa Bay, who's a free agent. Do you see that being a fit, Severe?
No, it makes absolutely no sense. It makes no sense for us. It makes no sense for him. It makes no sense for anybody. Like, why they do something like that? It's, man, like, if you want to, I don't even get into a guy who could have been a mentor for the team. I don't even get into that.
Oh my god!
But
oh my god!
If you want to go the veteran route and get a guy that's to help some of the young receivers along, go with a cheaper option. I'm not about to, because the only reason Mike Evans is at the stage of his career where he either wants to get paid, he wants to go back home to play in a familiar setting in front of his friends and family, or be with a contender. We check none of those boxes, so it would make no sense for us for him to come here unless we were giving him an exorbitant amount of money, which I don't want to do.
Yeah. I hear you. Yeah, because realistically, him coming to the Raiders, he's probably going to want a multi-year contract, which I'm going to be like, all right, what is that going to look like from Mike Evans, who's accomplished so much, you could argue future Hall of Famer, just based off his the longevity.
Career. Yeah, he gonna,
you know what I'm saying? So, but I get the connection because Spytek, obviously knew him out there in Tampa Bay. But if it's a 1-year deal, I'm not mad at it. If it's a 1-year deal, I'm not mad at it. Especially
for Mike Evans.
Yeah, I'm not. But
that's what I'm saying. But like,
that makes no sense though.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. What's the value of that though?
The value is you have a veteran receiver that's that kind of fits exactly what you need from like that size X receiver standpoint for 1 year, while you have young players that are developing and that can learn from him.
You could do that cheaper.
Yeah, that's what I say. I'll do it cheaper.
And having a veteran guy like that for 1 year. For Mendoza for 1 year.
Yeah,
it's gonna cost so much money though. The price tag that's not gonna match.
I'm just saying, for it to make sense, a 1 year deal. 1 year deal. Look, you guys keep bringing up the price tag. No matter what, it's gonna be expensive. No matter it's for whoever they sign is gonna be expensive. It is what it is. So
it's gonna be a Raiders tax. Yeah, it's gonna be a bad team tax. But that's why I'm not going after guys like Mike Evans, because like if I'm going after people, it's going to be like younger, cheaper guys who can actually like grow with the team.
Yeah, who got some upside.
Yeah, or it's going to be like an older, super cheap guy that can mentor some young guys. All right, like
a Devin White.
Look, man.
A Devin White.
I don't know about that.
Devin White. I feel like Devin White coming back.
But Mike Evans does, like, he's the opposite of that. He's an older, expensive guy that's going to want to play. Like, that's the thing. You pay him that money, he's going to want to play. He's going to take away reps from younger guys that should be developing on the field. And he's going to probably play well, which is going to give us a slightly better record. Bro, I'm not interested in winning more games than we need to, just for people to feel good about us drafting Fernando Mendoza. Like,
Yeah.
Damn that. I want another top 5 pick next year.
Yeah. Numbers game says Juan Jennings. Or Alex Pierce.
I'm good with both of those guys.
Yeah.
Alex Pierce, his price tag ain't worth what he is as a player, in my opinion.
Yeah, they're saying projected 25 mil. That's tough. But that's tough for him. But for offensive line, I'll overpay. I don't know. I know, Chris, you were like Linderbaum is probably gonna have a market. I'll overpay. Just because.
But do you think he's that much of a difference maker though?
Yeah.
For the price tag.
For 30?
I think he could fortify the offensive line in that, like, now that you got a good center, then he'll put everybody into place. Because when was the last time we had I know JPJ was supposed to be that. Hudson.
Ronnie Hudson, yeah.
And if you think about the Raiders' great offensive line, they all had really good centers.
Fact.
No, I mean that's a fact. That's a fact.
So
but my thing, I think JPJ can be that, bro. I really do.
I agree.
Do. Yeah, I really do.
It's just you know what I don't like right now for JPJ. It sucks. Raiders kind of are fumbling it with him. They keep changing positions with him.
It's not for real. That was
Just keep have him just stay in one position. So he was at guard. Hey man, just let him stay at guard, bro. Let him stay right.
We about to see what your boy Kubiak does.
Not even Kubiak. Dennison about to. Well, I would think Dennison would have something to say on that, right?
Dennison gonna have some say, but Kubiak is the guy that's less. He's in charge of it.
Oh, you think he's okay? I
think he'll have input. I think he'll have input, and
he'll let. I think he'll let Dennison do what he want to do. I think.
I think so.
I mean, I think, but then again, like maybe he might want to.
Because who calls protections in his offense? Because if the center calls
quarterback,
generally, like I know under Josh McDaniels, it was the quarterback that made all the protection calls. But under Chip and Pete, and under a lot of people, it was the center who was in charge of doing it. That's why they didn't want. That's why they say they quote unquote didn't want JPJ to do it. So, like I think that's going to matter to Clint Kubiak. So he's going to want some input into that. So, Dennison with his experience, he a champion. Been around the block, worked with his dad. I'm sure he'll trust his opinion, but Kubiak's going to have. Like if Kubiak put his foot down and said, "I want him at center," I think Dennison would do it.
Severe. Can you see Kubiak putting his foot down? Period, bro.
Bro.
Touche.
Touche.
He ain't put his shit.
Touche. You got me. You got me on that one. He'll leave a strongly worded note on his desk.
Strongly worded note.
Make sure to clock in, hit that like button, hit that subscribe, and hit that notification bell. We appreciate everybody coming through, man. Hey, great show, great conversation. Yeah, man, we're gonna. I know it's not the greatest free agency class, but I think the Raiders should be aggressive in adding talent.
Who do you want? Who do you want? So you want to go strong, heavy in offensive line?
Yeah, no, for sure. I want us to get some vets in that offensive line, and then so fortify that because so we know Mendoza's gonna be the number 1 pick. So we want to make sure the offensive line is good for him.
We'll see.
Hey man, Severe been talking to Tom Brady on Zoom. You know what I'm saying? So
Severe sound like hey, what was old buddy who didn't believe Kubiak was even gonna be our coach? Big John.
Big John.
Yeah, you act like Big John with with
bro.
Mendoza. Mendoza coming, bro.
Hey, look. Until I for me to believe it, the Raiders will have to draft Mendoza. He gonna have to show up to camp. He gonna have to show me the contract with his name on there. I'm needed notarized for me to believe in his name. And even then, I'm like, we still might trade him before the season. Nah, like I'm holding out hope. I've already resigned myself to the fact that we're likely, it's like 95% chance that we're gonna do it. But look, that 5% still there.
99, bro. I'm 99. But hey, to your point,
5% still there.
to your point, Severe, and I know Chris, you've been talking about it too as well. I seen. Let me bring this up right here. Let me bring this up. So, what wasn't it like a few years ago? There was a trade for that number 1 pick, the Panthers for the Bears.
Yep.
And
Yeah.
Oh man,
that's what got the Bears to where they are now.
Exactly.
That's exactly why
built
everyone talking about, hey, the Bears made such a quick turnaround, but they don't want to do what the Bears did to make the turnaround.
Exactly.
Look.
Exactly.
Right, so here's what it looks like to as of right now. The Panthers got Bryce Young with the number 1 pick. The Bears got Caleb Williams, Darnell Wright, Tyreek Stevenson, Luther Burden, and they currently have a 2026 second-round pick this year.
And they got rid of DJ Moore because Luther Burden is going to take over for that.
Exactly. So that was another. I think that was they got a second in that pick. In that
second
trade.
and 5th or something.
No, I think they traded DJ Moore in the 5th. I thought they traded DJ Moore in the 5th for a second.
Oh, is it? Okay, but I thought they got a second and 5th or something. Okay, maybe you might be right.
Yeah,
but still, regardless, like, yeah, the Bears cooked, and honestly, I think the Bears cooked the Bills in that trade.
Yeah, they traded DJ Moore in the 5th for a second.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, that's.
So yeah, so like that. But look, exactly, bro. They built Darnell Wright, a pillar on the offensive line. A pillar. You build your offensive line around that guy. Luther Burden, the Tyreek Stevens guy. I'm not sure about him. What is he?
Tyreek Stevens.
Cobain says historically we suck at drafting. We got Damon Arnett, Cleveland Farrell, John Abram, and Alex Leatherwood. See, this is Raider PTSD right here.
But it's not even that. So, but people will say, "Oh, we suck at drafting because of what we did in the past." But then be like, well, "Let's draft Mendoza." Well, the last time we drafted a quarterback number 1 overall, how did that happen? That's what I'm saying. That's another non sequitur.
A what? Synonym, bro. Synonym.
I'm good. I'm good. Hey, man.
Bro,
I'm good. I'm good with
DJ. The Bears did not have a QB at the time, bro. The Bears did not have a QB at the time. They had Justin Fields. I said at the time Justin Fields was no good, so we can't use it. Like maybe they thought he could be better. Well, the Raiders could easily say, "I think Geno Smith could be better. I think Kyler Murray could be better. I think Tua could be better. I think." You know, but it wasn't proven. Justin Fields had not proven he was a good quarterback in the NFL. It was a hope and a prayer.
Yeah, so but the thing is the Bears made that trade because they had Justin Fields, and the fan base at the time was pro Justin Fields. They were like, let's give him another year, and then so that
it's every fan base.
But the thing is with this move, the Raiders scenario is completely different. We don't have an answer at quarterback. There's not one.
I don't care what the fan base thinks. No, I care what's going to help my team win.
We don't have an answer at quarterback. They didn't have an answer at quarterback. They were trying to figure out Justin Fields. That's what I'm saying. Whether you agree with it or not, they were trying to figure out Justin Fields at quarterback, and they were like, you know what? Let's give another year to evaluate Justin Fields, who was still on a rookie deal, I believe. And they traded down, stacked up on talent.
And to that point.
And then they're like, after that year, they were like, you know what? We're good with taking Caleb Williams, and the rest is history.
Yeah. There was a launching pad to being a good team. And to that point, Justin Fields had one 300-yard game his entire career. The point had already been proven. Whether or not they wanted to believe it, or whether or not it was strategery, where they were like, look, we're going to trade this, get this draft haul, and then see if possibility what he does. But if not, we have ammunition to get a quarterback next year in a deep quarterback class. What does that sound like?
Yeah, man, but the thing is, though, Raiders don't have any answer at quarterback, and you're expecting them.
I want us to lose.
You're expecting them. You're basically expecting them to think that they're going to grab one of the quarterbacks, because we've done that in the past where they've waited to they've been waiting to take a quarterback for a long time, and they've been. How about that class where the Caleb Williams came out? They picked, even though they got Brock Bowers, they missed out on taking some of those quarterbacks. Some of those quarterbacks who are now one of the top quarterbacks in the NFL, whether it's Jaden Daniels, whether it's Drake May, whether it's Caleb Williams, whatever the case may be. But what I'm saying is it's not a guarantee that you're going to be able to get the top guys the following year. Right now, the Raiders are in position to get the best quarterback in the draft.
Pharaoh, you're arguing against yourself. You're arguing against yourself. You know why you're arguing against yourself? Your argument is that the Raiders can't trade back because they don't have an answer at quarterback. So they have to take a quarterback. But your next argument is that the Raiders won't be in position next year to draft a quarterback. But you're saying they don't have an answer at quarterback, so they're likely going to be a bad team, which will put them in position to draft a quarterback.
Well, and the thing is, I don't think Mendoza's a bad prospect. I think Mendoza's a guy.
I don't think he's bad.
I think Mendoza is good enough, and I think Mendoza's just a guy, just like a lot of the quarterbacks that come out. You got to build around him. So it's on the Raiders to build around build a roster on a team, which you could argue that they struggle to do. And they struggle to build a football team.
No, it would be fantastic to do if you trade that first overall pick for several other first picks, and then you already kind of have a foundation built for a quarterback that you draft next year. Oh, the build is halfway done. It's halfway done. Know what you want to do? Know what you want to do? You trying to buy? I don't have iPhones. What iPhone is it on now? Like, what is it? iPhone 13, something like that. You trying to buy an iPhone 13 a week before the iPhone 14 come out? It's still a good phone. It's still a good. Hey, the phone is still a good phone. Like, bruh, you wait a week and you can get the 14.
That's good. That's good. That's good.
Nah, man. I think Mendoza is number one pick. I think you're just not a big fan of him, just like you're not a big fan of Genty. And look, I just said Genty. Now
hold on, Pharaoh. Hold on. Even what you just said, you said he's good enough. Like, I don't want to hear that from the number one overall pick. Like, he's good enough. Like, nah, if he's number one overall pick, he's a dog.
But the thing is, there's not that many generational quarterbacks. Why are we acting like generational quarterbacks come out every year? But guess what? They play the quarterback position. So it's the value of the quarterback position is higher than any other position in football. So that's why they go high. So the Raiders are picking number one. Do they have a quarterback? Do they have a quarterback on the roster that's good enough to start next season? No. But who's going to be there at number one? It's Mendoza. To me, it's an easy decision. It's an easy decision. I know you want to get Archie Manning. I know you want to get, say whatever quarterback, fill in the blank quarterback next year.
Not only that, but not only do I want to get one of those guys, because if we get one of those guys, that means we traded back this year and we've already gotten additional first round picks. So it's not only like, do I want Arch or do I want any of them? I also want those guys plus 2 more first round picks.
I wouldn't be mad at that, but it's not realistic. I just can't see it happening. So I'm not even going.
I mean, it's realistic because it could happen, but I mean, it probably won't happen, but it could happen because we have all control to make it happen.
But it's not gonna happen, bro. It's not gonna happen. They're gonna trade. They're gonna trade Maxx Crosby and trade it. Like, no, they're not gonna do it. They're not gonna do it. Man.
That's the way to build, man. That's the way to build.
I hear you, man. But we got one super chat real quick before we head out. My guy Black Sales Sports in the building, man. Appreciate the super chat. Can y'all please name the QBs coming out next year that are better than Mendoza right now?
I think Arch will be. I definitely think Dante Moore will be.
Or it, like he said right now, though. He said right now.
But you're not draft eligible right now. That's a dumb question. Like, that's not draft eligible right now.
I hate when people say that, because the thing is, at this time last year, no one was talking about Mendoza. Nobody was talking about Mendoza. Mendoza had a nice year of development, and that's what I'm saying. So how come Dante Moore can't have that?
And I already thought Dante Moore was a better prospect. I already thought Dante Moore was a better prospect.
Imagine a year of development, bro. He's killing. Mendoza.
Yeah, and he's 2 full years younger than he's 2 years younger than Mendoza. He's 20 years old right now. So I already thought he was going to be a better prospect than Mendoza. I already thought Arch was going to be a better prospect than Mendoza. I already thought long term, Mensah going to be better prospect than Mendoza. It's a few people. Mateer could be better. Sorsby could end up being better with getting a better organization. There's a bunch of guys that could be better. Man, nobody knew who Mendoza was last year. Through most of the college football season, through most of the college, not even last year, not even through most of the college football season, nobody knew who Mendoza was. And nobody thought Mendoza was the #1 overall pick. It wasn't until like the last 5 or so games where that momentum built for Mendoza. But early in the season, it was Mateer, then it was Dante Moore, and then it was Ty Simpson, and then it was beginning of the season.
Well, I mean, they wanted Arch. They wanted Arch, but Arch never did it. Yeah.
Oh man, let's say, man, I kind of agree with the Dante's not better than Mendoza.
Dante's better than Mendoza. We'll see. I told people Travion Henderson was better than Genty. They told me I was crazy. Okay, we'll see.
Okay, but Pharaoh.
You're projecting. You're projecting. That's the thing right now. You're projecting.
Okay, but hold on. What
if you put Dante Moore in the Indiana team? They do the same thing or more.
Hey, is Dante Moore staying with Oregon? Did he stay with Oregon?
Yeah, he's staying with Oregon. Yeah.
Stay with Oregon. Okay.
So Pharaoh. So let me say. So what you saw from Dante Moore this year, compare what you saw from Dante Moore this year to what you saw from Mendoza and Cal.
I can't do that because the talent.
Why?
Was it? Is that what? Mendoza had more talent offensively and defensively than Dante Moore. See, y'all be trying to move the goalposts. Mendoza had more talent offensively and defensively than Dante Moore. It's a better team top to bottom, offensively and defensively than Dante Moore. Way better running game, way better defense.
Okay,
better coach, older players.
No, but not. Okay. Hold up. Okay, see, when you say that, you make it seem like Dante Moore didn't have talent around him.
I didn't say that.
Yeah, no, he did.
He had one of the best offensive lines in college football, right?
He was missing 2 tackles for a large part of it. He was missing 2 tackles for a large part of the season. He was missing 2 tackles.
The best tight end in football.
He had the best tight end. He had the best tight end in college football. Yes. He had no outside receivers, no running backs.
One of the best offensive coordinators in football, college football.
Yeah, I mean, good offensive coordinator.
I mean,
not better than Sig though. Sig was different.
Yeah, it's not better than.
But I'm not arguing if what's better. I'm just saying what we're saying is he had pieces around him for him to be successful. Hey, hold up.
I'm saying no. I thought you were still going. I was letting you go.
That was a question. Y'all, that was a question. He had pieces around him that had him to be. He had pieces around him for him to be successful, right? Dante Moore.
More? You talking about Moore?
Yeah.
Not skill player wise. Not skill player wise. I think he had a good offensive coordinator. I think he had a really good tight end, and I think he had a good offensive line to start the year. And then those guys started getting hurt, and then all of a sudden those guys started getting hurt. Then that's when his play dropped off a little bit. And then the only really bad game he had was the last Indiana game.
Yeah.
With the last game of the season. The only bad game he had.
No, absolutely.
And that was against a hell of a defense.
Yeah, the thing is, if Moore would have been able to show up against that Indiana game, the whole conversation would be different. And the thing is, he's 2 years younger than Mendoza, man. So that's what I'm saying. Like, what we saw from Dante Moore this year, compare it to what we saw from Mendoza at Cal, because Dante Moore has another year. Because imagine the step that Mendoza did from Cal to Indiana. That was a big leap, wouldn't you say? When you say that's a big leap, imagine if Dante had half of that leap. It's not even close. And then, like I said, Mensah came from Duke, and now he's about to go to.
But you can't compare. You can't compare Mendoza going from Cal.
Come on, Space Beast. Space Beast. We're not about to do this, bro. We're not about to. Don't use this weird logic. They weren't good because Moore couldn't get Moore was a Heisman Trophy candidate for most of the year. He was getting these dudes the ball. They're just not good players. It is what it is. Outside of King and Sadiq, we're not about to do this twisted logic, or they're not good because you triangulate what Moore did. And no, bro, they just weren't good players. He was making the most out of bad players. Outside of King, their whole offense was essentially King and Sadiq and Moore throwing guys open.
But what I was trying to say to Chris is that you can't compare Mendoza going from Cal to Indiana to Moore going from Oregon to Indiana. Yeah, you can argue that maybe Indiana was better because they won a national championship. Like, obviously, like they had the talent to win that, right? But what I'm saying is that, like, the jump was not the same. Like, Cal was not a good football team. Cal was not a good football team compared to Oregon, who was one of the best football teams in the country. They were in the playoffs.
But okay, but my thing is,
if Indiana was in the playoff last year,
Dante Moore is not on that team, we're not talking about them.
But time out. Indiana was in the college football playoff last year without Mendoza.
With a Heisman candidate.
With a Heisman candidate, with a bunch of guys that just transferred that year from James Madison, their first year playing Power 5 football. So that's what I'm saying. He had a talented team and with a great coach, probably the best coach in college football right now.
But that's not no one's arguing that. No one's arguing that these quarterbacks are not like what I'm saying is these are two quarterbacks that played on talented football teams. Let's evaluate them. That's what I'm saying. And
what I'm saying is I agree. What I'm saying is that
you're 2 years younger. You're trying to compare, and he has a whole nother year to develop. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah. I mean,
because okay, all right. So Pharaoh,
they don't have good skill players, bro. Like, don't like this. No, they do not have good skill players. That bottom line. They have one skill player in the tight end. Don't be twisting words around, bro. They don't have a good wide receiver core at all. Mendoza had a much better wide receiver core, 2 better running backs, better offensive line, way better defense, better head coach. You know, it is what it is. You put Dante Moore on the team, he outperforms Mendoza.
They had a run game. Oregon had a good run game.
No, they did not have a run game. They were down to their 5th string running back by the end of the year, bro. That's what I'm saying, bro. The people be saying stuff and don't.
No, I think they had a good run game.
By the end of the year, by the time they played Indiana,
because they were
down to their 5th string running back. That's my point. By the time they played Indiana, which is the only game people want to hold against Dante Moore, by the time they got to Indiana, they were on their 5th string running back, and they were missing both of their starting left tackles. Both of their starting tackles, rather.
Damn. I just forgot. My bad, y'all. I forgot to. We were supposed to do the phone lines too. Damn, this would have been a good time to do that. But next week we'll have the phone lines open. Make sure to join us, man. Around the Shield, man. We appreciate Chris coming through and chopping it up with us. I know we're kind of cutting close on time, but we appreciate the conversation. Everybody watching, hey, we don't really ask y'all for much, man. Just make sure to clock in, as we like to say on this channel, man. Clock in. Hit that like button, hit that subscribe, hit that notification. At this point, clock out. And, you know, hey, if you're watching the replay, definitely leave a comment as well. Chris, man, let the people know where they can find you, what to look forward to, all that good stuff.
Yeah, it's your boy Chris of Protect the Show podcast, where my opinions might not always be popular, but they'll always be authentic. Hey, I'm just out here just being a menace out here, pissing people off, apparently. You know, there's a couple people in your chat. I tried to respond to them, but I think what I said wasn't friendly, so it didn't even show up, man. So I don't know if you got it edited.
I saw you type it away.
I'll type it away, and it wouldn't show up, man. I had some things to say to a couple people, man, but it is what it is, man. Come on to my channel, you know, and I'll tell you what I want to tell you, you know. But anyway, you know, every Wednesday and Sunday with my brothers, Severe at 8:05 on the Raider War Room, and then on Saturday, my boy Dub Raider, we drop a show that we do every Saturday called the Raider Weekly Wire. So, you know, definitely check us out. But at the end of the day, man, you know, if you like, you know, just real authentic takes, you know, I'm not going to sugarcoat nothing. You know, I'm just going to tell you how it is. It's, you know, and I don't even put emotion behind it. I just try to go based off of logic. So, you know, that's kind of what it is, man. So salute.
Salute, man. Appreciate you coming through. Definitely head over to Protect the Shield podcast. Subscribe to my guy, man. Hit Hit the like button, hit the notification bells, all that good stuff. Severe, man, let the people know where they can find you, what to look forward to, all that good stuff.
You guys know what it is, man. The Severe Raider here on YouTube, Snapchat, TikTok, X, IG, Kick, Twitch, everywhere. The Severe Raider, man. On Tuesdays and Thursdays with my guy, PharoahNFL, the 50-50 show, and Around the Shield. And then Sundays and Wednesdays with my guy, Chris from Protect the Shield, in the Raider War Room, man. Cooking. Hey, a lot of people in the chat, bro. Open the phone lines up. Black Sales, we've been trying to get you on the show for a long time. You got a lot to say in the chat, bro. Hop on cam, bro.
Hey, honestly,
we want to get Black Sales. Hey, next week, hey, Black.
I'm telling y'all now, do not have me on here when there's an open line, bro. Don't have me on here with an open line. I'm telling you, bro.
Coach.
We gonna have Black Sales.
Coach, you can't talk about nobody running from smoke, bro. You already internet famous, brother. So you already.
Coach got cooked. He got cooked. He got filleted last week, bro.
Nah, hey, we gonna hit up Black Sales. Hopefully we can get him on.
Look, Black Sales said we going on a could be. Like, what is Mendoza? He a could be. Every draft prospect is a could be. Like, let's say people be saying stuff and don't know what the hell they be saying.
No, we gonna make it happen. We gonna make it happen. Definitely. And we're gonna have the lines open. I forgot, man.
Y'all going on a could be. Y'all going on if. Like, nigga, that's what a draft pick. That's what a draft pick is. Like, what is this?
Getting Severe going, man. Hey, all love. It's all good, man. Appreciate you, man. Appreciate everybody coming through, man. Like Severe said, Tuesdays and Thursdays, 50-50 show, Around the Shield. Definitely follow us all over social media. Obviously, follow me all over PharoahNFL and Around the Shield too as well, man. Like, follow us on IG and on X, man. Appreciate y'all.
Fire show.
Yeah, definitely, man. Appreciate the conversation, man. We gotta do this more often. But any last thoughts before we head out?
Nah, I mean, I said all I gotta say. You know what I'm saying? So,
man, you know what's crazy? I know Severe ain't a big Genty fan. I know Chris. I think you probably didn't like the Genty pick as well. And if they end up getting Mendoza, I mean, are y'all gonna watch a Raider game next season?
I'm watching.
I'm always gonna watch it now. I'm gonna watch it. I might be on a cruise ship or something. Like, you know what I'm saying? I'm gonna watch it. I always watch the game. The thing is, I love this team to death, man. I love this team to death. But the thing is like, you know, I like I've always said, I'm done with the whole blind optimism or unearned. I always say unearned optimism, man. Like, at some point, bro,
I agree.
They gotta earn it, man. They gotta earn this hype that we have. Like, as Raider fans, we gotta demand it. You know what I'm saying? We just looking stupid out here, bro.
I'm going to the draft to see us.
Right, literally going to the draft. To draft the guy we don't like.
I've never been to a draft before, but I want to say I was at the draft where we drafted our franchise quarterback if he ends up being there. That's why I'm going.
Hey, y'all should record y'all reaction when Mendoza's the pick. I just want to see that reaction.
Well, I mean, we know it's going to happen. So
I know it's gonna happen.
Won't be funny. It won't be funny.
I want to see y'all reactions if we trade back. It's gonna be tears. It's some people out there that already bought 15 Mendoza jerseys. Oh my God, I'm going to point and laugh. There's gonna be people there wearing them. I'm going to laugh.
Hey, you know, like like the Philippines, they always be having like the teams that like lost the Super Bowl. They be having like Raiders, like
the Raiders 2002 Super Bowl champions.
Hey, go ahead, sit on the Mendoza jersey to the Philippines, bro.
Hey man, I swear I would want to get one of them shirts. 2002 Super Bowl champions.
Yeah, Raiders.
Hey, that actually would be a dope shirt. That
would be a dope shirt.
Man,
no, in Thailand, they over there rocking them. In Thailand, rocking them.
The Raiders 2002 Super Bowl champs, man. What could have been?
Hey, Coach, you go ahead and say no to Genty. I think he'll get more use out of him.
All right,
bro, Coach, bro, you can't mess with me, dog. I'm too quick for you, bro. You need another shot
Coach,
in that Jamba
stand
juice,
down.
brother.
Coach, stand down. It got nasty.
You need another shot in that
all
Jamba
over the
juice,
internet,
brother.
Coach. You all over the internet. It's nasty work, bro.
Oh man, we up out of here, man. We appreciate y'all, man. Appreciate y'all coming through. Make sure to hit the like, man, on the way out, man. Appreciate y'all. Peace.